popular in the West. And he wanted to erase the poor image of Persia, which was being caused by chaotic condition of country in 19th century. And in the end, he wanted to improve his relationship with Germany, because Germany was advertising the Aryan nationalism and ideologies. So, based on all these reasons, he changed the name of Iran officially from Persia to Iran in 1935. But what is Persia or Fars? In fact, Persia is a more new name than Iran. The Persian Empire rose to power from the state of Persia in southwest Iran in 550 BC. So nowadays this state is called Fars province. So Greeks applied the name of Persia to entire Iranian territory. Persian itself means a resident of Persia, or the one who speaks in Persian language. So whoever was coming from this region, the Iranian region, was being referred as Persian. Why? Because this entire region has been referred as Persia by the Greeks. That's how, even though the person might not be a Persian, but carried the title of Persian. So the Persian in native language is called Parsi, and the Persia is called Pars. But in English we call it Persian, and in Arabic language we call it Fars and Farsi. But why Fars and Parsi became Fars or Farsi? Because in Arabic language there is no P letter. That's why Farsi became Farsi. But that has caused so many confusion. The term Parsi, however, is commonly used in English language right now to refer to Indian Zoroastrians. Why? Because when Iranian Zoroastrians came to India, they were from Persia, because for them Iran was Persia. For everybody, Iran was Persia. So whoever was coming from Persia was Persian. And in local language, in Gujarati also, they were calling it Pars. So they became Parsi, people who have come from Pars or from Persia. So, okay. So, Persian or Parsi or Farsi necessarily does not refer to a Persian-speaking person or someone who is ethnically Persian. That I will explain more. A few examples. There are several communities who speak in Persian language or do have Persian heritage, but are not being called Persian. The first one. For example, Azeri community. If I talk about Iranians, Iranian Azeri group, they live in Azerbaijan province of Iran, in northwest of Iran. And there is also a country called Azerbaijan. They have lost their Persian language, and they speak in Turkish now. But they're Iranian, their ethnicity is Iranian. But now they have been called, Azeri, and with their Turkish language. So they don't associate with Persian culture. A Tajik community. Tajik community also is an Iranian community outside Iran. They're also from Iranian group, but they also speak in Persian language. But nobody calls them Persian, they call them Tajik. Or Pashtuns. Pashtuns also are Iranian, but they speak in Pashtun language. So nobody refers them as Persian. So here what I'm trying to say is that this big land of Iran, this vast land of Iran, had so many communities in that. But since the Western world referred Iran as Persia, then they considered everybody in the country as Persian. But for instance, Pashtuns also were Iranian. But when you refer them as Persian, it's like they speak in Persian. But they don't speak in Persian, they speak in their own language, which is Pashtun, but that's also one of the languages of Iranian category. So, Kurdish community. Kurds also are Iranians by ethnicity. Their language, Kurdish language, is very close to Pahlavi and Avestian language. So basically, their language has a very close tie with the old Persian language. But now they are Kurd and the language is Kurdish, so they identify themselves with Kurds. They don't identify themselves as Persian. And of course, Parsis of India, I already talked about them. But there is something very important about Parsis of India. This community originally is from Iran. When they came here, they had to adopt Gujarati language. They dropped Persian language. And here what happened because of intermarriages, that Iranian bloodline, that Iranian ethnicity of the community